Many, if not most, bisexual people do not come out to their healthcare providers. This means they are getting incomplete information about safer sex practices. Bisexual women were more likely to be current smokers and acute drinkers. Higher rate of self-harm, suicidal choice or attempts, feeling shame or discomfort with their sexual orientation, or not feeling ready to be out to people they care about. This is why educating yourself about subjects that goes against social expectations or default settings is important. Not only understanding how these people feel and react to being invisible, but how can we move forward as a society to limit the feeling that bisexual people experience when they feel invisible. Many famous actors and actresses in American Hollywood or abroad are bisexual. Bisexuals have their own flag. The statistics I just shared with you can be found on Wikipedia under biphobia. Does race play a part in bisexuality? People who are not white face greater stigma due to bisexuality because of racism, sexism, and heteronormative expectations. 33% of people of color reported heterosexism and biphobic experiences, while 67% said they do not. So 1 out of 3 people of color who are biphobic experience some form of harassment or biphobic instances. So how do people who identify as bi, how do they fare in a church? And it's different with each religion, but we're going to focus mostly on Christianity. Biphobia exists in many major Christian churches and denominations. This manifests as bi erasure and discrimination based on bi individuals. This can change from outright hostility to subtle forms of invalidation, erasing, and misunderstanding. While some churches are welcoming and affirming, most are not. Many churches have creeds that hold discriminatory views and practices and limit membership and positions of senior leadership from access by individuals. What are a few ways that the church acts discriminatory against people who are bi? Bi erasure. Bisexuality is often ignored, denied, minimalized, or never discussed, with people assuming bisexuality doesn't exist because it doesn't conform to the monosexual, monogamistic, heteronormative expectations of young people. Stereotyping. Bisexual people are stereotyped as promiscuous, greedy, or unfaithful. There's a lack of representation. Bisexual individuals may not see themselves represented in church leadership, teachers, community events. This may lead to feelings of isolation or depression. Invalidation. Bisexual people may experience their attraction to multiple genders being questioned or invalidated, while some being told they must choose one or the other. They may experience unequal treatment. Bisexual individuals may be treated differently than heterosexual or homosexual individuals within the church community. So what are some reasons for Christian biphobia? Misunderstanding of bi people. Some individuals within churches may not understand the concept of being bi or may hold inaccurate beliefs about it. Some churches lack resources or educational materials to address specific needs by Christians. Homophobia and heteronormality. Biphobia can stem from a broader context of homophobia and heteronormality within the church, while traditional views on sexuality are upheld. Basically, the churches I went to, they worship an idol. You cannot see this idol, but it's everywhere. They worship the idol of marriage, heterosexual unions, monogamy, children, and family. Anything that doesn't uphold that standard of idol worship is erased, criticized, or seen as a threat. Because it challenges the white privilege and the heteronormative privilege of organized religion. Many churches operate with black and white thinking. Some individuals in church or in positions of leadership may hold rigid views on sexuality, seeing it as either heterosexual or homosexual without acknowledging that there is a spectrum of human sexuality. So how can churches move forward into being more inclusive, more open, more friendly, and welcoming to people who don't fit the heteronormative spectrum? Offering education and awareness. Churches can educate members and leadership about bisexuality, challenging harmful stereotypes, promoting understanding. They can create safe spaces. Churches can create spaces where bisexual individuals feel safe to share experiences and ask questions without fear of judgment. There can also be bisexual voices. People who already are out or are known for being bisexual should be included in leadership roles, teaching opportunities. They should offer classes for people who are bisexual. And it doesn't even have to be a class that's named bisexual Sunday school or something. It can be something as similar as creating a group where people who identify as bisexual can get together maybe once a week and talk about how being bisexual, how it affects being in a religious institution, or how they react to church progression or church events. And another way is by challenging homophobia and the heteronormative structure. They need to start addressing the root cause of biphobia. They need to start talking about positive stereotypes for people in the bi community. We need to start requiring denominations within their own leadership and hierarchies to start affirming people, supporting and shepherding people who don't fit into the heteronormative umbrella. Churches need to be more open, kind, welcoming. They need to treat everyone the same. Churches need to start partnering with organizations like GLAD or I Believe Out Loud that provide resources for people struggling with their bisexuality. And a lot of people, instead of calling it bi-erasing, they've started to call it violence. You know, it rhymes with silence. I thought that was kind of not cute, but hits it right on the nose. We need to get rid of the violence in church. We need to start talking